Who told you you can eat my cookies?
I'm just helping Liz out a little in the kitchen. She's making up a storm here.
Ted, I need to speak to my wife. So could you get her on the phone, please?
I think she's in the shower, Howard. Do you want me to go check?
No!
Number 10, Cash Bar, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like many of us, the green guy uses alcohol to manage social anxiety, especially when it is the season.
Excuse me, old timer. Mind if I wet my whistle?
When we learn why he hates Christmas and almost everyone in Whoville, it's something a lot of adults can probably relate to: childhood trauma.
Stupid cribbit! Stupid drink! I hate Christmas!
Publicly humiliated as a kid, the Grumpus must face his demons because one young girl believes in him. As he debates whether to go to the party and accept the title of Holiday Cheermeister, the Grinch shows his greatest fear is there being no open bar.
All right. I'll swing by for a minute, allow them to envy me, grab a handful of popcorn shrimp, and blow out of there. But what if it's a cruel prank? What if it's a cash bar? How dare they?
While many folks 21 and over probably feel him, it doesn't really land with youngsters like Cindy Lou Who. This one-liner's laugh factor comes from a place of pain and insecurity, like much humor does. Number 9, The Pool Fantasy, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark Griswold just wants to give his family the perfect Christmas together. While his attempts at lumberjacking, electrical engineering, and luging all go comically awry, this suburban dad holds an ace in his bathrobe sleeve. The surprise is a pool to be installed at the Chateau de Griswold.
Just hope my Christmas bonus check will cover it.
Oh my God, you're putting in a pool.
That is, until his boss replaces Clark's bonus with fruit preserves.
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, God.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
With the family squabbling and his bumpkin cousin's clan squatting in the driveway, all holiday hope seems lost. After everyone falls asleep, Papa Griswold stares out an icy window, dreaming about what might have been. The domestic pool party quickly morphs into a striptease fantasy about a breathtaking lingerie countergirl. However, it's interrupted just before his dream lady bears it all.
Santa Claus! Uncle Clark, are you Santa Claus?
What?
Number 8, Mom's Petting Ted, Jingle All the Way. When Howard Langston forgets to buy his son the year's hottest Christmas toy, he must do whatever he can to get one before it's too late.
I want the Turbo Man action figure with the arms and legs that move, and the boomerang suitor, and the rock and roar jetpack, and the realistic voice activator that says 5 different phrases, including, "It's Turbo Time!"
Unfortunately, it's sold out almost everywhere, sending Howard on a desperate quest to prove himself as a father and husband, while his skeezy neighbor Ted tries to seduce his wife.
I'm just helping Liz out a little in the kitchen. She's making up a storm here.
Ted, I need to speak to my wife. So could you get her on the phone, please?
I think she's in the shower, Howard. Do you want me to go check?
No!
After facing off against a deranged mailman, battling an army of Santas, and narrowly escaping arrest, an empty-handed Howard calls home. His son picks up, and Howard asks to speak with the missus. The kid tells him she's petting Ted, horrifying Howard until he realizes Ted is a reindeer and not his neighbor.
Let me talk to your mother.
You can't.
Why not?
She's next door petting Ted.
She's what?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's facial expressions really sell the gag, making it a truly memorable miscommunication. Number 7, Buzz's Magazine, Home Alone. After 8-year-old Kevin McAllister realizes his family is gone, he isn't exactly broken up about it.
I made my family disappear.
In fact, the kid starts doing everything he always wanted to but couldn't because of those darn adults. This includes digging into his big brother's private things. Kevin seems not only totally disinterested in Buzz's Playboy, but actually a little disgusted by all the nudity.
No clothes on anybody. Sickening.
Now, his brother's fireworks, that's a different matter. The July 1989 issue is the genuine article, and you can even just make out the cover, which features former TV newscaster Shelley Jameson. It's the exact kind of simple sight gag that continues to make families laugh together during the holidays, even if they may be chuckling for different reasons. Number 6, Kinky Christmas Spirit, Scrooged. A 1980s remix of the Charles Dickens Christmas classic, this movie pulls no punches.
Call security, have them change his locks, clean out his desk, and toss him out of the building.
Oh, he's fired? But it's Christmas.
Thank you. Call accounting. Stop his bonus.
And yes, we do mean literally. Bill Murray plays Frank Cross, a ruthless TV exec haunted by a series of specters. The third and penultimate spirit, the ghost of Christmas Present, is a fairy godmother type with sadomasochistic tendencies. The way this crotch-kicking Glenda delights in dishing out and receiving punishment creates slapstick thrills for everyone, and sideways grins for grown-ups.
Why did you do that?
Sometimes you have to slap them in the face just to get their attention.
However, neither Murray nor his torturer, Carol Kane, delighted in the violent stunts. Murray was really injured when Kane pulled his lip too hard, and Kane was apparently brought to tears over some of the hits she dished out.
Fine. Slap me in the face. But you kicked me in the balls.
Frank, it's time to begin our journey.
But like the winged witch herself says, sometimes the truth hurts. Number 5, two-faced politician, The Nightmare Before Christmas. As the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town, Jack Skellington deals with a lot of creepy characters. Of the many werewolves, vampires, and other monsters he crosses paths with, the most deceptive is the politician.
I've got the plans for next Halloween. I need to go over them with you so we can get started. Jack, please, I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself.
The mayor of Halloween Town alternates between two faces, one smiling and another with a sharply toothed grimace.
We've got to find Jack! There's only 365 days left till next Halloween!
Most kids probably missed the joke about this elected official being the physical embodiment of our democratic system's failures.
I felt it in my gut. Terrible news, folks! The worst tragedy of our time!
The deceptions of those in power is as big an issue today as it was in the early 90s, but kids will always be kids. This dark yet beautiful fantasy endures because it works on so many levels. There's gorgeous stop-motion animation, a creative story, and plenty of dark humor. Number 4, foot size, Frozen. Princess Elsa can control ice with her thoughts, but that doesn't mean she's got it easy. First, she nearly freezes her little sister Anna, resulting in the two being kept apart. Next, her parents die, forcing Elsa to become queen. At the coronation, Anna hooks up with a jerky prince that she just met, and Elsa's powers are revealed.
No, why? Why do you shut me out? Why do you shut the world out? What are you so afraid of? I said enough!
Elsa flees, and her sister goes after her with the help of Kristoff. When he points out that Anna doesn't even know her beau's shoe size, mature audience members know exactly what he means.
But Hans is not a stranger.
Oh yeah? What's his last name?
Of the Southern Isles.
What's his favorite food?
Sandwiches.
Best friend's name?
Probably John.
Eye color.
Dreamy.
Foot size?
Foot size doesn't matter.
The quip gives non-youths something to chuckle at, which almost makes up for the endless hours of their kids singing Let It Go.
Let it go, let it go, when I rise like the break of dawn.
Number 3, I get more action in a week. Elf. An orphan stows away in Santa's sack, growing up at the North Pole believing he's an elf.
Treat every day like Christmas.
Number 2.
There's room for everyone on the nice list.
Number 3.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Of course, the gigantic but dim-witted Buddy eventually figures it out. Determined to save his birth father from the naughty list, Buddy heads to New York City.
Bye, Buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
His first overtures to this none the wiser dad don't go over so well, but eventually his pops takes him in. Problems arise when Buddy mistakes author Miles Finch for one of Santa's elves.
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Boy, you're hilarious, my friend.
The character, played perfectly by Peter Dinklage, responds to the perceived slight with a brag about the disproportionate nature of his and Buddy's sex lives.
Does Santa know that you left the workshop?
You know, we're all laughing our heads off.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Buddy, go back to the basement.
Hey, Jackweed, I get more action in a week than you've had your entire life.
An ensuing brawl elicits chuckles from people of all ages.
Look at you! Ow!
Number 2, Who's Swinging? How the Grinch Stole Christmas. While the Who's down in Whoville may seem wholesome, it turns out the town has a seedier side. Many winks in this aforementioned live-action adaptation of Dr. Seuss's classic allude to various villagers' amorous antics.
Come on, touch it. Touch the door. Do it for me, Stu.
Since this film is ostensibly PG, director Ron Howard does have to play a little coy. He tells us babies magically float down from the sky on the one hand, and on the other throws out a quick cuckold quip.
Hey, honey! Our baby's here! He looks just like your boss.
More lurid still is the raucous key party held annually by the Grinch's adoptive moms. It's all fun and games between consenting adults until someone gets hurt. In this case, a newborn Grinch getting stuck in the snow overnight.
I didn't get the majority of these when I was a kid, but isn't that the greatest feeling when you finally understand an adult joke after watching the movie for years and years? Anyway, we have some honorable mentions to get through, and then we will name our top adult joke in a Christmas movie.
Chewie's dad receives a racy gift. Star Wars Holiday Special.
I don't need to ask how you find me. You see, I am your fantasy. I am your experience. So experience me. I am your pleasure.
Naughty Saint Nick causes trouble again. Bad Santa.
Jesus Christ! Can you maybe keep it together for just 10 minutes?
Buddy buys dad a cringy gift. Elf.
What's that?
Intercom.
Kev films his uncle singing in the shower. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly!
The future Father Christmas crassly jests. The Santa Claus.
Here's Neil's mom's number in case.
1-800-SPANK-ME. I know that number.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. High Times. The Santa Claus. Yep, Tim Allen's turn as the red velvet gift giver sets the bar for bawdy Christmas entertainment. He plays Scott Calvin, a divorcee struggling to be a good dad. Things get complicated when Scott surprises Kris Kringle, who promptly falls off the roof and dies.
Hey, you! What's that? Whoa, whoa!
The dark absurdity continues, with his son Charlie convincing Scott to don the mantle of Father Christmas. Once he picks up the bag of gifts, Scott starts floating away. Here, he utters that immortal callback to a groovier time when he assures his son not to worry because
It's okay, I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
This allusion to Scott's psychedelic past isn't for the lads and lasses, but rather Ellen's adult fans. It's as timeless a bit as the winter holiday itself.
I don't know, I know it's not number 1, but I am still reliving Peter Dinklage taking on Will Ferrell. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments below if there are any jokes that went over your head when you were watching Christmas movies as a kid. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya, and happy holidays.